everybody. Welcome. It's NEXAS here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell. And guys, I'm close to Twitch partner, so if you can head over to Twitch and leave me a lurk, that would be fantastic. And if you're at work, leave me a lurk. All right, guys, on to our very first piece of news. This is Wactor, and Wactor is a Japanese-based agency of VTubers. Wactor a year ago became 910 Inc. 910 Inc. has a talent named Yoruno Ruki. So this is Yoruno Ruki here. So this is posted on the Kurosanji subreddit posted by AJ Shell. And it says, Yoruno Ruki of 910, formerly Wactor, has ceased activities. This is 910 Inc.'s talent that some people suspected was played by the person behind MikeNeko, allegedly never proven. So I have to say that because it wasn't concretely proven. Okay, guys, this is a translation of the graduation. It says, notice regarding the end of Yoruno Ruki activities. Thank you very much for your continued support of 910 Inc. members. We would like to inform you that as of March 1st, 2025, Yoruno Ruki, member of 910 Inc. will cease activities. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the fans from related parties for your support thus far. In the past few months, 910 Inc. has received inquiries about multiple threatening behavior, including yeet threats directed at Yoruno Ruki and our company. Of course, we have reported the matter to the police and they are currently investigating the matter. Given the situation, we have determined that it would be difficult to continue their activities further, and respecting their wishes above all else, we have decided to end their activities, albeit at short notice. We are very sorry, but considering Yoruno Ruki's safety, we would appreciate it if we could end the activity with this announcement and not have any live streaming or posting. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and appreciate your understanding. Furthermore, we ask that you refrain from contacting the individual in question, our company, or other 910 members regarding this matter. Once again, we would like to thank you for your support of Yoruno Ruki. March 1st, 2025. So obviously, some very scary things are happening there, which has prompted the immediate graduation. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Chaos says, the dust is settled. After years of hiding her problems, all of her problems have almost wiped out. All of her issues have been resolved, and there will be no more person to create another problem. May she finally walk in peace. Ed Nickvok says, wait, I've heard this one. Years of Delicious says, MikeNeko seems to have fallen out of favor in JP, and news of her major debut was not well received, nor was the news that she had joined Vaz, a disreputable agency with a reputation for JP drama tubers, Haruku Inc., as noisy as it once was. All this news, too, has so far generated no excitement at all. Everyone is tired of her behavior. Anyways, long story short, Yoruno Ruki has graduated effective immediately. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of news. This is Dokibird, and Dokibird is an independent English language VTuber. This is Gavis Patel, and he is a male English virtual YouTuber endorsed by Hololive's branch HoloStars English. And this is Limu. And Limu, aka Limalicious, is an English-speaking female VTuber who debuted in September 2021. She is an independent VTuber, but also a member of the Twitch team Vinesauce. So why are we talking about Dokibird, Gavis, and Limu? Well, guys, all three of them were on a team together. So they were on a VTuber Twitch Rivals team, and this is posted on X under Real Kamena. Says, congratulations to the Rocket Raccoon Aunties for their victory, making them VTuber Rivals Grand Cup champions. So this is just a screenshot of Doki's X account. And Doki says, I'm super proud of the amazing team I've built. When we first started, we had 4 players that started off as Plat/Diamond, but in 2 weeks, we trained them to become Celestial players and take home the champion out of 100 plus teams. Everyone works so hard for it. So that is absolutely incredible. Let's just see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Taxer Fox says, at first I thought you were posting old news, but it turns out she won a completely different tournament again. Damn, girl can't stop snagging the W's. Mad Scientist says, really happy for them, including my man Gavis Patel, who has now earned a championship that lasted more than 14 seconds. Baroness says, if you haven't watched the VOD, go back and watch it. There's some shockingly good high-level rivals playing going on, especially given the experience of some of the participants. Anyways, guys, long story short, another W for Doki. All right, guys, on to our next piece of news. This is NEXAS. And NEXAS was a VTuber agency focusing on English-speaking VTubers that aim to be in academia for talents aspiring to become one of the next generation of virtual stars. So NEXAS was run by Harry. Harry had closed down NEXAS and is opening up for creators, and he was the CEO of NEXAS. So why are we talking about NEXAS and Harry? Well, guys, earlier Harry had mentioned how essentially he started up NEXAS because it was a cash cow. Well, it looks like this cash cow is in need of a little bit more milk. So let's take a look. This is posted on Viole Ace's X account, and Viole says, 7 days to pay for all this? Are you serious? You genuinely expect someone to scrounge up this much in 7 effing days? Are you on drugs or is it really effing insane? So this was sent to Violet from, you guessed it, Harry. It says for creators, $262.21 USD, Nexus compensation minus iPhone rental. So just to give you guys a reminder, Nexus has been shut down like for a while. Okay, Nexus has been shut down in January of 2025. We're currently in March. So Violet says, F Nexus and all it supposedly stood for. You guys are really good at screwing over your talents and making sure they suffer. Hashtag true, because when they shut down, all the talents were essentially left to their own devices. And Violet says, how insane do you have to be to expect a payment like this in a week and then threaten collection service if not paid by them? And Violet says, yes, I'm crashing out. Yes, this is going to look bad in the future, but who cares at this point? Corpos are burning in a effing dumpster fire, and I have little to no respect for them anymore. What a fun way to say F you while everything around you burns down. So then I was like, okay, let me just confirm that this is Harry. So I said, is this Harry asking you for money? And Violet says, yep. So I said, why does he want compensation? And Violet says he wanted it for the iPhone. I couldn't send it back due to the battery and shipping costs, so he wanted the money back one way or another, smiley face. It happened to some others as well, and I'm not surprised. Luckily, it got covered for them too. This is some of the other Nexus alumni that are speaking out. This is Nell the Kiwi Crow saying, hey, so emergency sponsor goal added. You're like, okay, what's it for? You click on the link and it says, I still owe Nexus money for the phone because I swear to God, this is the only one I can use right now. So goal has been fully funded. This is another ex-Nexus alumni, Nox Orphe, saying, orphans, I have an emergency that I need to pay for something within 6 days. Can I rob you? Right? Interesting. The same thing has come up. This is Aisha Ishamaru, who is also a Nexus alumni. So something was unexpectedly changed regarding my finances. And because of that, I will have a harder time paying for my next planned cover. I would really appreciate if those of you who can would donate towards the cover funds on Throne. And then Aisha says, I really don't want to say too much about this, but basically this relates to the payments I receive each month. I ended up getting much less than anticipated because of some last minute changes. It sucks, but there's nothing I can do really. I'll just try to survive until my next payment, laughing my ass off. So it looks like if you are an ex-Nexus alumni, just know that Harry is going to be hitting up your DMs looking for some quick cash. Anyways, guys, long story short, the agency already shut down. So if Harry wanted money from the talents for equipment, he should have gotten it before Nexus shut down. Harry essentially threw these talents to the curb, and now while they're trying to rebuild and recover, Harry is trying to hit them up for money. So not a good look. Definitely not cool. All right, guys, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Globee. And just to give you some context here, this was a statement that Globee had released on February 28th in regards to their apology after they fired Square Mimi and Olilululu. This statement is a springboard to the next topic here. So this is Weebie, and Weebie is your one-stop shop to support both the anime and VTubers you love. So Weebie essentially is like a merch company. This is their website here. So Weebie thought that they would comment on Globee's official statement, and this was what Weebie had to say. So Weebie said, seeing corpos mishandling VTubers is part of what got us into starting Weebie in the first place. We still have much to learn and would like to grow with what we offer, but we be here to lend a non-binding hand to creators and their communities to compensate for what agencies would have done for them, starting with merchandise made with love. So you're like, okay, that's kind of sweet. That's kind of nice. Except, well, Weebie has a little bit of a dark past too. So this is Zoe, and Zoe is a VTuber manager and who's currently managing Rin Penrose, Lime Malicious, and Necron Vile. So Zoe is giving a gentle reminder to Weebie, and Zoe is saying, aren't you the guys who sent NDA protected by your own admission material to my inbox, potentially threatening the merch drop contract you had for those talents while also admitting that the products were of very poor quality while begging for me to promote these products? So here is a screenshot here of the email between Weebie and Zoe on November 26th regarding current and potential merchandise of Rin Penrose. You can see that there is a screenshot of discussions between Zoe and Weebie, which would allude to the fact that they have been in contact before. So this is posted by Pesk, says they accepted zero responsibility when I inquired into their issues before possibly doing merch on behalf of my talents. I was given a 2-page info info dump that blamed everyone except themselves for the poor quality and inability to ship anything in a timely manner. Honestly, I probably would have given them a shot if their lack of accountability and non-existent professionalism wasn't on full display and embarrassingly apparent in their communications. So then Insagia says, how is it an issue to find people who can post? We looked into this issue and determined we failed to uphold our business standard. Sincere apology. These measures will prevent this from happening again. If you still work with us, accept this token of apology. Yeah, it seems like kind of bizarre that like the basic business fundamentals seem to have been forgotten. Anyways, let's continue. So Weeby, upon seeing Zoe's tweet, was like, perhaps we need to make a statement. So Weeby says, unfortunately, it seems that our previous post has invited a cynical attempt to defame us and shift the blame to us for things we weren't responsible for. So we have to clarify a few things regarding Idol's 2023 orders. The reason for the delayed merchandise has always been that Idol's previous management did not pay us our part on time and didn't provide us with the art we were supposed to use to print them. The contract explicitly stated that we're to be paid in full before we fulfill orders or even start production. We did not publicly communicate about the issues before fulfilling the orders, as doing so would have caused the previous management to cancel the agreement, so we did not want to negatively affect the current Idol brand later on. The only reason the merchandise was fulfilled was that we funded it ourselves, taking the Idol acquisition as a guarantee that we'd eventually get paid. Brave handled this. When we finally received the art from the previous management, most of it was in a format unsuitable for print. We tried to convert and upscale what we could, but there's a limit to what you can do without the original files. When we tried to communicate this to old management, we were flat out ignored and time was running out. There is very short time frame between the acquisition and the deadline for all orders getting refunded, so we had to skip inspecting physical samples and rely on the images. Once production was over, we were doing everything within our capabilities to fulfill all orders and successfully did so for almost all of them. While we're open to constructive criticism, we don't believe that we need to take responsibility for the parts we were not responsible for or remain quiet when we are being defamed. We learned a lot from this project, which is part of why we now strongly emphasize quality assurance in our subsequent projects, even if it means delaying orders of our own account. In response to this tweet, this is what some of the people on X have to say. Azara says, every tweet you write makes your company look worse. Archive says, if there's one thing you should learn from this, is that you desperately need someone competent and knowledgeable in handling PR in charge of these accounts. And then Haiti says, it's sad how unprofessional and incompetent you are the way you treat your customers. So Zoe has continued to say, I have confirmed reports from a talent and their manager that Weeby threatened the talent when they opted not to continue their deal with Weeby. They threatened to expose designs that were not public during a pre-debut phase in order to attempt to coerce them into sticking with the deal. So obviously that is not cool. So he continues to say, I unequivocally am telling people, do not work with these people. They are unethical, inefficient, and unprofessional. Do not support this company that deals in threats to talents. In response to that, we didn't threaten anyone. This is just false. We openly stated that we can't cover the payment so that the artists would keep the work out of their portfolio and got no further response. They could have offered to make the payment themselves or offer an alternative, but they chose to ignore this, and that's fine, but no reason to make up lies. This screenshot says, while we acknowledge your decision to take a different approach for your debut merchandise, we find it disappointing from a business perspective to discard completed artwork that was carefully commissioned based on our prior discussions and agreement. This decision comes at a stage where 2 out of 3 commissioned illustrations have already been completed, with the final piece nearing completion. Had we been notified earlier, we could have allocated the artist to another project instead of continuing to invest resources into this collaboration. That said, we have no intention of forcing this collaboration. I mean, it kind of sounds like a little guilt trippy up here, but okay. However, given the effort and financial investment involved, we would appreciate reconsideration for a future collaboration, even if this particular artwork is not used for the debut. Otherwise, as a matter of fairness, we will not pay additional fees to prevent the artist from posting the artwork in their portfolio or social media. The only reason the artist has not yet published their work was the initial request to wait until the design was publicly revealed in March. Since that restriction is no longer relevant, we will allow them to proceed as planned. We will also retain the right to reference this work as an example of past projects where we provided full production oversight. We hope to find a way to work together at a later date, but if that is not an option, we will proceed accordingly. Regardless of the outcome, we wish you success with your debut and future projects. I mean, that's very damning evidence right there. I'm not sure why Weeby would decide to post that screenshot. Anyways, let's see what some of the people on X are saying. Prussian Brat says, do you think this exonerates you? It proves what she said. You tried to use the contractually bound secret of her design as leverage in a business discussion so that they would change their mind. You can argue the semantics of it all if you want, but it's not like you were that subtle. Dr. Jin says, we didn't threaten anyone. Proceeds to post direct evidence of them threatening someone. Henny says, you guys are incredibly unprofessional and every attempt to clear your name is making you look worse and worse. Definitely a PR person, I think, is required to tag in at this point. I'm not really sure how you can recover from that. It's a little bit like a big yikes here, guys. It's a big yikes because in this screenshot, they could have been like, I understand you've gone a different direction. I have requested the artist not to post until this day. And that's reasonable because then at that point, the Dibby would have been done. The artist still gets to post it on their portfolio. Weeby still gets to reference this image in the future. But yeah, it was a time sensitive thing. And they were definitely trying to use that to their advantage. They were definitely trying to squeeze a last minute deal out of here. Guilt tripping in business is not really great. It's not a great look. You can kind of see where these people are coming from, right? Zoe is a manager for some very prolific VTubers. So what she has to say does have some weight to it. And especially someone who's dealt with them in the past business-wise, she's had some experience. So long story short, guys, what do you think about this Weeby versus Zoe? Who do you think is in the right? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Vallure. Vallure is the AV agency with a spicier take on content creation. So why are we talking about Vallure? Well, guys, this is a post on Vallure's X account saying Gen 2 auditions opening soon. More information available on our website. It says 1 month until auditions open on April 1st, 2025. So if you go to the website right now, it is currently closed. However, on April 1st, it will open up. So you can see all the different gen mates. So it says apply for me on April 1st. They do have some shadowy figures. So it looks like that these are pre-existing IPs that obviously when you apply, you'll be voicing. If you are a provider of spicy content, consider joining Vallure. All right, guys, on to our next piece of news. This is Amouranth, and Amouranth is an American Twitch streamer, cosplayer, and ASMR YouTuber. So why are we talking about Amouranth? Well, guys, Amouranth has run into some very scary things. This was trending on X saying Amouranth shot robber in crypto heist home invasion. So it says Amouranth, a popular online streamer, experienced a violent home invasion where she was robbed at gunpoint and pistol. The robbers demanded her cryptocurrency, but Amouranth managed to shoot one of the intruders. She provided real-time updates on social media, confirming her safety that she was headed to the hospital. Police, including a SWAT team, responded at the scene. So you can see here, this is a bunch of Amouranth's tweets that have been assembled saying, I'm being robbed at gunpoint. I believe I shot one of them. They wanted crypto. That's what they were yelling, and they pulled me out of bed. This is not a prank, help, and I'll update y'all later, but I'm safe now. Was at gunpoint. They gave me a phone and said, log in. I tweeted because calling would be a death sentence. They pistol whipped me, but I got one. Anyways, guys, main takeaway is that like being a content creator, being a streamer, it can be pretty dangerous. So please make sure to take some precautions, have surveillance, have things available to you in the event that something goes wrong, because this is a very scary and very real thing that can happen. So anyways, lover or hater, guys, this is a very scary thing to happen to someone. So anyways, Amouranth, hope you are able to recover. And obviously it's a very traumatic experience. Wishing you all the best, Amouranth. All right, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy news. However, I do have someone for the VTuber Spotlight. This is KENZO Koizuma, and KENZO Koizuma is a shrine guardian and just trying to make the world smile. So this is KENZO on X, this is KENZO on Twitch, and this is just a funny clip. So let's take a listen.
Seems like someone was here. My God. Oh, wait, this is my bedroom.
All right, guys, and so please go check out KENZO on X and on Twitch. All right, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy news. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, I really need your help to become Twitch partner this year. So if you can head over to Twitch and please either watch my content or leave me a lurk, that would be fantastic. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye. Okay, come here. Yeah, you want to vent your brother? There you go. Come here. Come here. Come on, kick your ass. Kick your ass, lizard man. You'll regret the day you put on a shirt. All right. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God. He keeps dodging, guys. He keeps dodging. Die like a hero. Come on. Stop dodging, you coward. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh my God.